So welcome everyone, welcome back to today's live. As you know, we are continuing with our short and we are crocheting the... Oh my goodness. And just look who decided to join us here for the live, the cat. Night so. Tak. But now I need to walk telefoniczku. Dobrze? Okay. So let's go back to crocheting after we said bye-bye to the cat. So in today's crochet, we are crocheting the almond stitch. As you can see, this is the almond stitch, as also is in the profile, in the thumbnail. So let's get crocheting. And in the almond stitch, basically you just have to alternate between the stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if it's clearer. So 4 stitches, 4 single crochets, and next you're going to do 4 slip stitches like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next we're going back to the single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Next again, slip stitches. 1, then again you're going back to the single crochets. 2, 3. At the last point, I don't go to the back loop only, I just go through the both loops like so, and chain 1 to turn your work. So this is the almond stitch from this side, and this is how it's looking from this side. I don't know if it's clear to see. Yeah, so when you turn your work like so. And next we're going with the single crochet slip stitches. So for the slip stitches, I'm just going to go like so, because we have to alternate between single crochets and slip stitches. So now our next row will be slip stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, then 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. If you have any questions, you can ask me, and I'm trying to crochet. I'm still deciding it is going to be a skirt or a short. So single crochets again. 2, 3, 4. Slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Single crochets. Remember, back loop only. 3, back loop, 4. Slip stitches next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dzień dobry, Monica. No, Just peachy. This is not the whole part. This is the whole pattern. You just interchange between the single crochets and the slip stitches. Yeah. So that's basically what we'll be doing. The first row, but you have to do 2 rows that are similar, and then the other row you switch. So like here, this is my next row, and I've started with the single crochets here at the end. No, slip stitches, then single crochets, slip stitches, single crochets up to the end here, where I join to the work. And I'll show you next what you're going to do. So let me untangle my yarn. And for the almond stitch is very easy, as long as you just, with your starting stitches, you have to do a chain, a multiple of 8. It has always to be a multiple of 8 to achieve the almond stitch. So we were at 4. So now we have to go to the single crochets. I think so, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let me switch you back here. Bring the light down a little bit so it can be easy to see. So 4 single crochets, then 4 slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then single crochets again. Guys, always count your stitches so that you don't miss a stitch, because the almond stitch is not easy to make a correction. Remember, back loops only. Like so. Ah, yeah. You're just starting to crochet again and you would like to make a poncho. Ah, it's very nice. But I think a poncho with this stitch, I don't know how it will look like. But you can make it and just post a picture on your profile and we can check it out how it turns out. Yeah. And the almond stitch, you have to be very patient with it. Oh my goodness. Because just one mistake and you have to redo like the whole row again. So here I'm at the end and I need to rejoin. So here now I'm at the end and I need to stitch and rejoin my work back here. So I have to put in the single crochets right now. So this will be 1, 2, 3, and my last stitch is somewhere over here. I have to look for it. This one here. 4. So this is my 4th single crochet and I have to rejoin it back here. So this is the stitch you are working in. We are going to skip this one and just join in the next one like so. Okay, no, I'm not going to skip. I'm just going to attach in the next space here with a slip stitch. Yeah, so this is my 4th crochet. This one does not count. This here does not count because this is a slip stitch like so. So my first chain is this one over here. not this one. After I slip stitch here, I'm going to slip stitch inside the next chain space, like so. Turn my work, then go back with the same stitches that I was doing. So not in the slip stitch, but in the chain itself, in the work itself here. It's very nice when you get back to crocheting. So skip this one because this is the slip stitch and you're going inside this one, this stitch over here. So the single crochets again. So 1, 2, 3. This is the last one, 4. So I don't know if you can see here. Yeah, like so. And this is the wrong side, but this is the right side. So slip stitches again. 1, just Beachy, where are you watching my live from? 2, 3, 4, then single crochets again. The hardest part with the almond stitch, I'll say, is the beginning and the ends, because these are the hardest part. See? So I think I have 4 or not. Yeah, 4. Oh, Southern California. Well, you're welcome. I'm crocheting from Poland. Can you believe this is my first year of crocheting? Because I started crocheting the end of last year, December. That's when I started my first crochet project, and it was like how do you call it? A bralette. It was a bralette. So I started crocheting from a bralette, and from then on, I've just been crocheting, looking for any inspiration to crochet anything. Yeah, and since then, like if I don't crochet anything, I feel very bored. How about you? How does crocheting work for you? It's like a hobby, or is something that you do out of just like it's your main work? 2. So we have the last 4 single slip stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and this is the last one, 4, chain 1, turn your work. Thank you so much, Jasmiti, for subscribing to the channel. And I promise you, once I'm done with this one and edit the video, you're going to see how it turns out. I already made, I think on my videos, you'll see the top that I crocheted with the almond stitch, and it was not easy. So next we're going back. So remember, we started with the slip stitches row, then went to single crochet. So now we are starting with the single crochet. So you just alternate between slip stitches, then single crochet and single crochets. It's a okay. To make your stitches more even, I can tell you one thing that helped me. Every time when you're at the end over here, yeah, for example, you are working with the single crochets or you're working with the double crochets, always make sure at the end, yeah, just to make sure your line is straight like this or your stitches are even at the end. If you want to start the next line, start with either 2 chains or just do like single crochet then and another single crochet on top of it. I don't know if this helps you, just to make you like have like a straight line here at the end. I know it's very, very hard also sometimes for me. It was very hard for me also when I was starting out crocheting, because whenever I used to crochet at the end, like my lines used to be touching, like one line will start from somewhere here, then like it did not look very nice. I can tell you that. Okay, so my cotton is acting up. Yeah, and crocheting is very, very addictive. I can agree with this. It's very, very addictive. So now I have to go back. And remember, guys, when you're doing the sleeve stitching, don't do very, very tight, because it's going to be a problem when you want to go back to the stitches. So this is the first single crochets. Like for me, I don't know. I have this project going on. I have another one over here, which I have not yet finished. I'm still working on. You have trouble staying focused unless it's gardening. Yeah. Right now I'm living in Poland. Yeah. So we have the 4 single crochets. Now we're going back to the slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll say crocheting is very, very relaxing. Like for me, every time I'm watching a movie, I just have to like have my cotton in front of me and just work something up. Okay, I made a tight stitch. To know that crocheting is very, very addictive, just look at this. I started this one, I think it was on Saturday, but before I was working on this, okay, I don't know what happened. So before I was working on this one over here, then what happened? Okay, I think I'm gonna need to restart my live because I think something is definitely wrong. Okay, I'm just going to restart the live again.